What's up, family? What's up, man? I hope everyone's good. It's Empress D. I'm here in. I'm actually in heaven, on earth, here on earth. Okay, that's what I call this spot. Right? I'm sitting. Look at the sun is beaming right down on me. It's a perfect little spot. I'm actually in the water, but my feet are not in the water because I did that one time. My shoes are on. My shoes are on. My feet are I put my feet in the water one time and it was so nice. I was chilling. After a while, my feet started to feel weird and itchy, and I got a whole bunch of bites of some unknown things. So I just keep my shoes on. But still, like, it's nice. I'm not going to let that deter me and make me not enjoy nature, right? Because there's so much more good than bad, right? Um, I just wanted to talk about, like, just life in general. And I hope that we realize that most of us, all of us, have been exposed to certain things in order to shape and control how we are and how we think. So if we think about it, and I call that a program, right? And if you think about it, so it, once we're born, right from the get-go, good parents sing their kids nursery rhymes. And not even just good parents, all parents sing their kids nursery rhymes. And we have little rhymes that we all sing. And if we really examine and look at those rhymes and the lyrics and what they're saying, it's nefarious sometimes, family. And that's what I mean. And nobody thinks about it at the time. You just sing them and you're whatever. And that's what I mean. And the person singing them is instilling that program into the child. Like, it's right from a young age, right from infancy, right? Right from birth. We're the things that society has us do shapes who we are. Okay, so when I let me get specific, and it's very, I think I gave an example in the parent singing a nursery rhyme, but another one is this, right? It's fashion. Let's look at fashion. Fashion is shaped by the fashion industry, and whoever controls the fashion industry controls what people wear. It's just that simple. There's some person way up the top that says, I think this year we're gonna do bell bottoms. And then all the designers make bell bottoms, and the style is bell bottoms. It's that's what it is, right? That's just a perfect example to show how we are programmed. We are, the way that we think is shaped. And it's not only the way that we think and the information that we get in fashion. It's everything, family. It's everything. Anything that people want to get in my video, but I'm just going to turn the angle. That's what's up. Sorry, family. We really are not having independent thoughts, family. And I know a lot of us think that we have independent thoughts. In fact, a good friend of mine was explaining to me that people actually think that they're having independent thought. And then I said to them, well, if people think having independent thoughts, but like all of their friends are having the same independent thought because they're doing the same thing, is it really independent? Don't they ask themselves that? And that was just a conversation that we were having. And I think the bottom line, I think that we concluded that most people just don't think, right? It's just too much to actually think. And I know it sounds silly, but when you think about it, it's most people like to be fed information, and then they just run with that. And that's what I'm saying. When somebody tells you something, you just regurgitate it. There's no thinking involved, right? And that's the majority of us, family. The majority of us do not think. But we think though, but we don't, right? And that's why humanity is in the state that we are in right now. Now is the time for independent thought, family. Now is the time for independent thought. It's a process, though, and let me just explain what kind of how things went for me. So, when you're independent thought means you take in information and you have to kind of like examine it. You can't just, most people take in information, file it in their memory bank, and take it as fact. But I guess you gotta, once you learn that most of what we see around us is contrived. It's contrived, made up, and not necessarily what reality is. And I know this might be a really far out concept, but let me bring it home with an example. This is a good example. Now, Earth, right? We are taught in school that the Earth is a globe. We are shown pictures of this globe from outer space. It's in the textbooks. It's common knowledge that the Earth is a globe, right, family? But then there's a lot of evidence out there to state that the Earth is actually a plane and flat, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that when you realize that the things that you know are from what you are told, you recognize that you really don't know very much, right? The only thing I know is the things that I can actually see with my physical eyes and what I feel with my first eye and my intuition and my feeling, right? That's only, those are the only things that I know to be real. Everything else I accept information from outside source, right? And that's what reality is. And that's what I'm trying to say. We do not know anything. And so that's why I think it is kept from us. To know the truth, we need to know ourselves. And it's kept from us deliberately. We are distracted at every turn. You know, we right from 4, we start going to school for 6 hours a day. Okay, when you're 4, I think it's a little shorter. But no, now it's full day. 6 hours a day from age 4. And in that time, your children are being taught what somebody way up the chain wants them to be taught, right? Family, it's time we go within, learn ourselves so that we can have discernment. Oh, going within, once you're within and you know yourself and you know who you are, you're able to pick sense from nonsense. And that's why it's so obvious that most people right now do not know themselves, because most people are not doing a very good job picking sense from nonsense, having that discernment. And in order to have discernment, you need to know yourself. And that's what's up. And they've really, really done their best to kind of encourage us not to do so, right? We don't have time for nature. We don't have time to do this, to sit and connect. Like, yeah, maybe we may be able to do it on the weekends or you know, but daily, they make it really, really challenging with the type of lifestyle we are encouraged or kind of programmed to live, right? We're supposed to be busy and not have time for things like this, only on the weekends. And I don't think that we were intended to be on this planet to live that way. I think we were supposed to be free beings, to make money with our talents, to earn a living with our talents, to help humanity with our talents, right? That's how we give back. And when you give your talent and you receive water, shelter, food. It does not make sense on how to live, right? You serve people with whatever gifts you have, and we all have them. And if everybody was to know themselves, know what those gifts are, and give those gifts to the world, look how rich we would be. And it wouldn't have to do with money, because everybody's serving everybody. Everybody's giving and receiving. And it goes back to love, right? Love frequency. Giving to receive and receiving to give. It's just, that's what it is. And they've kept that. They've like, not me. I'm sorry. I know who I am. I know who I am now. You know, and it's a process, right? And I think part of that process, oh man, one of the things that really helped me along that way is changing my diet. You know, that was the first thing. And after that, everything else fell into place, right, family? So really take a look at your diet, because what we put in our bodies is so important. And that's another thing that they kind of, I don't know, man. We got to relearn everything. We got to relearn. Oh, well, I've had to relearn everything. And it's probably in everybody's best interest to relearn everything, especially when we've been manipulated the way we have been. Okay, family? So, again, I'm going to sit here and soak up the sun for a little bit longer. And I really, oh, these ants, how do they get on me, on my chair? Family, I don't know, man. These insects love me. But as I was saying, I really am going to sit here and chill because this is beautiful. And I really hope that people are hearing my message. And I thank those that are listening, because I'm hoping that what I'm saying is getting through, because yes, we need to kind of start making changes on how we've been living, family. Anyway, so I just want to again thank everyone who's taking the time to listen to my message. I love and I value each and every one of you. Okay, family, get outside in nature. Okay, take time for yourself, ground yourself, meditate. All it is quieting your mind for just a little bit of time, just quieting your mind. That's it. You got to quiet your mind. And in that quiet is when you get to know yourself. It's crazy. Right? And that's what I do. I come out in nature to quiet my mind. And I also meditate to quiet my mind. So I have a lot of quiet time with my mind. And that's why I'm able to know who I am. Okay? Anyway, family, again, I love and value each and every one of you. I thank you for taking the time to listen to my message, okay? One love.